Hello everyone. I wanted to take an opportunity to talk about the discussion post that I graded today. Here on the screen you're seeing right now grades, and this is just a test student, so it's nobody's grade. But I wanted to show you guys a couple things about a discussion post. So first off, how do you determine what you're going to be graded on a discussion post? So let's take a look at an actual discussion post. And I'm going to show you guys where you can find the rubric because it seems like I had one individual out of the whole class give me any references of any sort on their discussion post. And I just want to talk about references for a minute. For a reference, you need, if you're writing anything, and if it is not your idea, you need to cite it. You need to provide a reference list, and you need to do an in-text citation. And earlier this week, I shared a video in announcements on how to do in-text citations. I had one student out of the whole class do in-text citations, and I did not have one student provide me with a reference list. All of you guys took your information from the textbook because I can tell. Matter of fact, there was even somebody in the class that basically copied the textbook word for word, and that is completely unacceptable and is considered plagiarism. So honestly, because of that, I wanted to put out this video so that you guys understand what it means to plagiarize. So to determine what your discussion is over, I'm going to go to the discussion post that's due tomorrow, and it is this one right here. And when it opens up, you guys are going to, let me make this a little bit bigger. You guys are going to see these three little dots in the corner. I want you to click on those dots, and it says Show Rubric. When you click on Show Rubric, this is the rubric, and this is what I'm grading you on. So in case you didn't know that, this is where you find your rubric. Also, you're graded on your responses. So 20 points out of the 60 are going to come from your responses. The first 10 are how good are your responses? Did you have new ideas? Did you make new connections? What I mean by that is when you read somebody's post, you need to make new connections with the information they shared and add to it. I don't want you to just say, oh, great job, I really liked your post. If you comment, I enjoyed this part of it, that's fine, but I need more from your responses. They should be at least 150 words, if not more, and even at times your responses might have citations and references in them. The responses also needs to follow the instructions. You cannot respond on the same day. You should respond on 2 separate days. So since your initial post isn't due till tomorrow, your responses should happen on Saturday and another one on Sunday. Those are really your only 2 options this week. They should not be both posted on Sunday, or they should not be both posted on Saturday. I hope my kitty in the background is not distracting you. So that's how you find your rubric. The other things I look for is theory and critical thinking. Did you answer all the prompts? Did you use critical thinking in your prompts? What I mean by that, did you take the content from the textbook and did you apply it to something that you can relate to? So using that theory and knowledge to make sense of the content. Accuracy, connections, references are in a different section, but I want to make sure that you accurately answered the prompts that are given. I had quite a few inaccurate pieces of information, and I don't think it was your intention. I think it was your grammar that lost meaning in your sentence structure. So I'm going to tell you, you really need to look at downloading a tool called Grammarly. Grammarly is very helpful. You can get it free with your login with Collin College, and I highly encourage you to utilize it when you write your discussion. And that is where right here, I had a lot of grammatical errors, poorly structured sentences, you lost meaning in what you were trying to say because your grammar was not well, it wasn't well written, so it was really hard to follow and make sense of what you were trying to say, or it made it inaccurate. So pay close attention to that because it does lose meaning when you have poor grammar. And the other thing, when you're writing something, read it out loud back to you before you post it. A lot of times, I think if you guys read your discussion out loud, you are going to find a lot of the errors that I found. And then finally, your length and your citations. You must have at least one citation. Include one citation. It must be in APA format. And what I mean that is you should have one reference. And within those references, you need in-text citation. You need to watch the video on how to do in-text citations. Without any citations, you're going to fall between a 5 and a 2. And most of you guys got a 2 because nobody put any citations on any of their discussion posts. So that being said, the scores on the discussion posts were really low because a lot of people didn't follow the instructions. On this rubric also, if you look at the instructions of a discussion post, you can close it right here. It says the discussion must be posted by the due date on Canvas. The initial response is due by the due date. The discussion post will remain open for individuals to respond to peers. There's a requirement each student must respond to at least 2 peers' discussion posts by the end of the week on Sunday evening. I had multiple students not respond to anybody, multiple. So you have to read your instructions. This is an online course, and the only way I can communicate to you is through writing, instructions, and video posts. And if you don't take the time to watch them, to read the instructions and review the rubric of the assignment, you are going to do poorly in this class. So let me make it clear. If you do poorly in this class, you will not move on to the next course. And right now, the average in this class is very low. So that being said, I am going to have this next week's discussion post, and if I see improvement, I'm going to do some type of extra credit or something that we can apply to last week's discussion post to maybe to figure out a way to increase those scores. But I want to see improvement this week on the discussion post, so I know that you guys are comprehending and understanding the expectations of a discussion post. Along with this video, I am going to post a PDF that shows you how to properly write a discussion post. It is a layout, it's something I created. I gave it to my other class, the dual credit students, earlier this week, and I'm going to post it here for you guys to download and review for you before you post your discussion post tomorrow night. If anybody posted their discussion and wants it deleted and to restart, please email me and I'll let you repost it tomorrow if you listen to this and find out you didn't do what you needed to do and you had already responded to the post. Please email me. You see my kitty back there? I hope she's not distracting. As soon as you can so that I can open that up. If you have any questions, please respond via email. And I hope this helps you. Again, I do have office hours. If my office hours do not work for you, please email me and we'll set up another time to review your post and your grade. So I hope everyone has a great weekend and I hope you listen to this whole thing thoroughly. One last thing, I'm going to review how to look at grades. So to make sure you understand what you scored poorly on, when you open grades, you want to click on this little icon, which looks like a clipboard, which will open up the rubric and it'll give you all of the comments below if there was something you did poorly on. You should have comments on every section. And that's all I have for you today. So I hope you guys have a great evening and I'm looking forward to a much improved discussion post this week. Thank you.